Hello, beautiful Leo. I'm Renee, and you are watching Way Lighter Life. Hey, if something in this resonates with you, will you please like and subscribe so others can find the channel too? You understand what it is to help something grow, and I really appreciate your assistance. All right, so hey, I just did Aries reading, and I was led to do yours next, and now I think I get why. So there was a lot of Leo type qualities and energies that came through in Aries readings, including courage and fire, and thoughtful generosity and bringing people forward and helping them overcome their own fears. And those are gorgeous qualities that you have in spades. If Aries is the dawn, kind of that first spark of initiation, you are more like the noonday sun. You are the full sun. The sun, of course, rules your sign. And so to the collective, you really warm people's heart. You warm their soul. You help them thaw out from any coldness that they have kept their own self in, or that they are maybe because of that they are causing for other people. You just cause things to grow and to come to fruition. And you do that in a creative, playful way that emphasizes the importance of each individual. As you are now in these, or let me put this a different way. The South Node is now in your sign. So the I will, which is basically your motto, now needs to be balanced even more with the we will of Aquarius. And you are good at that. You can help people come together to have chemistry. I think that's a really good word, to have chemistry together and to understand that you have not only things in common, but that you could enjoy working, people can enjoy working together on whatever it is, whether it is actual work, whether it is a group hobby, whether it's something spiritual, whatever that is, that there is a chemistry to work. To working together, not just of work, although that's true, but I actually just meant of coming together and being able to accomplish things, not by effacing your differences, but by embracing your differences and making room for them. And I talked a little bit about that in the Pisces eclipse video that I just did. So I will put that in the description box below so that you can take a look at that as well, because you are playing a key role. So think about that. Right now, it could be that you are called upon to do that for business reasons or professional reasons. Doesn't have to be business per se. For professional reasons or for personal reasons, hobbies are very important to you because you emphasize play as well. So it could be that, could be you're community minded. So it could be in your community, but in some way you are assisting the collective in coming together. And that is a really critical role right now, with Aquarius taking the lead. The North Node is in Aquarius, and we have moved into the age of Aquarius. So again, I won't repeat anymore because that's in that Pisces eclipse video, but let's get started on what you could know right now that would be helpful to you. What does Source want to say to you as we move through the back half of August? Source, what would you like for beautiful Leos to know? Ooh, all right. Right out of the gate, you got divine luck. So the universe delights in blessing you. These are the Ascendium cards. The universe delights in blessing you. And you know what? You are so good at accepting that. Not every sign is good at that. And with, we've had this idea that if you're spiritual, you would deny that. You would try to diffuse it and deflect it when you are given luck or you were given praise or you were given gifts. And yet you are so good at reminding us that when we receive, we also increase our capacity to give. And that's both literal, but it's also symbolic, because we're not giving out of a sense of deprivation. All of us now know the feeling of being burnt out. It's not fun. It's not fun, and it's not good for us. And so accepting that divine providence, that beautiful blessing, is something that you bring to us as well. Hadn't thought of that one. Thank you, Source. You are undergoing an energetic purging right now. There's this serpent figure in the middle, and of course the serpent, the snake, sheds its skin, goes through rebirth, and you are doing that energetically. And I would say, yep, that is very true with the South Node in your sign, and now an eclipse in August. in your sign, definitely going through that energetic purging. And you're not only doing it for yourself, you are doing it on behalf of the collective. As you do that, and as you appreciate and are grateful for the divine providence and divine luck, be sure that you are also extending to yourself and to others compassion, that you are patient with any shortcomings that you feel, okay? Any shame that you may feel over something that didn't go the way that you would have wished it to, or that you've taken on because of society or the way that you were raised, or whatever the reason was. Any shame, it's time to let it go. It's time to purge it. It's time to release it, because you won't have the space to do the wonderful creative things that you are so good at if you don't make some room. So what are some ways that you can purge? It doesn't necessarily mean you're sitting and saying Om and trying to clear your mind of everything. The mind's not always good at that. So, do something that is really, really physical. That's a possibility too. Um, Punch a pillow, go kickboxing, go for a really hard run, dance. That's wonderful because it's also playful. Play a hard sport and go all in one day. Get that, just like purge the energy out of your body as well, so that your body is not having to drag it around. I think so often that we get it out of our mental space, perhaps even sometimes the heart space that we're carrying it in, and then our poor bodies, it gets like stuck there. We don't do a good job of purging it after that. So doing that and releasing any shame, any guilt from the past, this is a big resetting right now. And that's what these eclipses are about. We are moving out of a whole cycle that we have been in for quite some time, and we are opening up a new cycle. And you, as the symbol of the child and of the sun, you are helping us to do that. So let's see what it is that Source wants to clarify for us. Source, what specifically would you wish for Leo to know? Okay, well, they all came out together. So interestingly, you got not only divine providence with the oracle cards, but you got the Wheel of Fortune, the luck, the divine luck in the tarot, and also the Wheel of Karma. So as we just said, this is a new cycle. We're moving into a new cycle, and you are helping us to do that. Your second card is the High Priestess. Your third card, this is beautiful, guys. Your third card is the Star card. Your fourth card is the Two of Wands, and you had an extra card come out that wanted to come out, which is the Eight of Coins. So I will talk you through these cards, and then we will clarify them a little bit further. So we talked about the Wheel of Fortune. Clearly, this is the message that Source wants to bring forward, is that you are assisting us by releasing what is done and bringing in a whole new cycle by doing that, because nature abhors a vacuum. And so the space that is created will be filled with something new. And of course, you are the sign of the solar eclipse this time, which is about activating something new. But it does kick off a new set of eclipses. But it does also still signify that there is a moving away from something. You're moving to something new, and that therefore means that there is some I don't want to say loss, because it may not even feel like a loss, but there is something that gets let go of, that gets put by the wayside. Use your intuition during this time. And in fact, one of the things that is coming in this new cycle may be to use your intuition in a new way. So you are very good at seeing the external signs. You tend to be more extroverted. This is about the daytime. It's about what is visible. It's about how you show up as an individual, and everyone by extension, how we show up, and what it is that we can see in each other. What do we allow others to see? What do we allow ourselves to see? And we're being asked to take a deeper look, and maybe to externalize some of our intuition, some of what we tend to keep quiet, what we tend to keep to ourselves, and to actually verbalize that or energetically put it out there so that it is available to others as well. That can be a very healing act. We have the Star card here, which of course is also the sign of Aquarius, your opposite sign, the sign that is in such dialogue with you right now, as Jupiter in your sign and Pluto in Aquarius consistently seem to be having discussions. This is the sign of the collective healing. And by bringing in this more intuitive side, you have intuitions that are, I'm going to say this, you have intuitions that are intuitive. Okay, Renee, what do you mean by that? I mean that you have knowing. You know things that just seems to come to you, and you are very good at not questioning them, but utilizing them and letting them be part of the play and the creative act of everyday life. And so making that a little bit more external can bring this healing to the collective, to other people as well. You have sent out you've made a decision of some sort, and you have kind of sent out some missives. You have planted some seeds, and now you are looking at this globe and saying, what is going to come? You're looking out into the future. I always think that this looks like the globe of the earth. You are very connected to the earth, and it also can therefore mean, because he is clearly some type of ruler, someone with means, it can also mean like international and international network, and you're very good at networking, at establishing that chemistry between people. It's not just like networking, which is always such a cold word, but what does it mean to come together? You're good at that, and you've made a decision of some sort, and you're being asked now in this new possibility, this new turn of the wheel, to act on behalf of the collective as well. And this is the work for you to do. You've been thinking about this. It's been at the edges of your mind, and you're now starting to bring it into more of your everyday life. But you are being asked to put time and effort into this dimension. So it doesn't have to mean a whole fresh start, like you're going to do something completely different, although that is possible with this new moon eclipse, certainly is possible. But you maybe instead be considering how to do what you do in a new way and to bring this new dimension in. So let's get some clarification. Okay. Interesting. Some of them were reversed, not upside down, but they were facing the wrong way. So these may be things that are kind of hidden from you right now. That's interesting. So you have the Four of Coins, the Tower. There's your eclipse card, which has been coming out appropriately a lot. The Knight of Wands, the reversed Ten of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. So let's talk about how these modify your first cards. So the Four of Pentacles over this Wheel of Fortune says that your first inclination may be wondering, do I give? How do I give? How do I receive? Do I give now? Do I hold on to it and give later? There may be some question of resources that you're feeling in this. And you may be wondering, how quickly do I act? And how exactly do I go about it? I'm not quite sure what that's about. We might need to ask for clarification, but let's keep going forward first and see if it becomes more clear. Your High Priestess is involved in this tower moment, this eclipse moment. You may have, as your solar eclipse and as your later lunar eclipse, it strikes me that maybe these are your two eclipses. This may be referring actually to your Pisces eclipse. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. High Priestess is connected with Pisces, those deep, deep waters. And definitely it looks as though you're going to have an impactful eclipse moment. It may be of a person, this High Priestess person. It may also just be an intuition that you have suddenly about something that is very, very deep. It's something that is passionate for you. So this is not just an intellectual insight, but this is something with a lot of energy behind it because you've drawn the Knight of Wands. So whatever this is, it's really important to you. Now know that it's modifying the star. And we said that this was this Aquarius movement, right? Of doing something to help the collective come together. You're feeling a deep passion. You're feeling a deep passion about this. So some idea that you have had really is going to be galvanized at this. There's a good word for you. I don't know where that came from. At this Pisces eclipse. And this decision that you make, maybe at that time, at the end of the month, is going to feel like a reverse 10 of Swords. So I'm going to turn this up because when we look at the background of the 10 of Swords, we see that gold there, that's the sunrise. So the reverse 10 of Swords is honing in on that sun coming back up again. Something has happened. There's actually, it looks like almost some positive ending that may be painful, but a positive ending is ending. No, wait a minute. Let me say that differently. Something that may have caused you pain in the past that was a sudden loss, a tower moment of either a highly intuitive woman, a sacred relationship that you had, or your relationship to your own intuition. You are suddenly going to have an insight now and a passion, like about a passion, something that's deeply important to you. It's emotional, probably, and certainly carries an energy that changes things, completely. And you are now looking out at the horizon differently. You're now seeing not just the swords in your back or in society's back or someone else, if it's justice, perhaps, but you're seeing the morning. You are seeing the morning, and the work that you are doing is a wish fulfilled. And I have a sense too that this may be this this High Priestess, whether this was a prior loss or a coming loss this month, this deep intuition of you have the blinders ripped off, right? A blindfold taken away. It could be a sudden insight where maybe you thought something was lost and it wasn't. That would be an example. But that intuition, and now it is somebody, she or, it's an energy of she, or someone or you are doing work that is a wish fulfilled. So how do we put all this together? Because this is a little bit of a puzzler. Things don't easily go together. We have some timelines going on here. We have multiple timelines. We have, like, there's a past sudden tower, and now there's a new sudden tower. We have a painful loss, and now we have something that is a loss, but that is more about an intuition about what happened previously. So actually, that does make sense. It seems as though, let's go back to your first card. This is the closing out of an old cycle and the opening up of a new one. That's why. That's why. So you've got this old, okay, now it all makes sense. You've got something that happened in the past. You've got something that is happening now that's going to touch off what happened in the past. Both of them are losses, but the first loss was painful to you. It was a painful tower moment where the rug was ripped out from under you. The earth opened up. Now it's an internal, it's an insight. It's something that, like, you suddenly have information you didn't have. You suddenly see something you didn't see. You have a vision, you have a knowing, something comes out in your art, you write it, and you're like, oh my God, where did that come from? Or you paint it, or whatever your art is, because you are artsy. You are very creative. Whatever that is, you have this aha moment. And it's healing. It's healing about something that matters. And where you thought that there was only death and the 10 of Swords, the sun is coming up, and you make some kind of decision about this to bring it into your work, or you see that someone, as you look out on the horizon, you see someone else on the horizon that has done some work. Whatever it is, this is a lovely, lovely, lovely wish granted. So I'm going to pull one more card just to get some, let's do an oracle card, just to get confirmation of this. Source, is there any confirmation or anything you would like to add here? Yeah, this is the old being closed out and the new starting. Yeah, we got it. Illumination, guys. So this is this beautiful misted lake. We have a mirror image here. So you have a mirror image of now, bringing up the image from before. One is misty, one is very clear. One is looking internally, one is seeing it now. There's a different reality. There's something here that looks like the mirror image, but that is more vital. It has more color. It is different than you expected. Illumination. Something's been illuminated. Wow. Wow. That's an eclipse reading. This is what happens when you have eclipses. I love this. I loved spending time with you. I loved hearing these. Hopefully I'm sure it is helpful because it came from source. Wishing you well and wishing you peace as you go through this turn of the wheel. You are turning on behalf of the collective. So thank you. I will talk with you soon.